In today's video, we're going to talk about why your dog still won't listen and the hidden fix that nobody talks about. You've tried cues, treats, and maybe even repeating yourself, and your dog is still ignoring you. The issue isn't your dog. It's probably something that almost no one explains. So here's the hidden fix that makes your dog want to listen. Hi friends, if you're new here, my name is Terrie Hayward and I'm a professional dog trainer and behavior consultant. I've helped thousands of families around the globe just like you. So let's talk about the real problem. The common issues are things like repeating the cue over and over, like sit, 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 trying to train something when the dog isn't ready, and inconsistent reinforcement. So not marking and reinforcing with a high enough rate of reinforcement. The key point here is that the dog isn't stubborn or ignoring you. We're just not providing enough reinforcement of the right kind in the right environment. So what we really need here is a mindset shift. Your dog's listening comes from a reinforcement history, that is building a long, strong reinforcement history, and not from control. Dogs repeat what gets reinforced. So if we want to see something over and over again, we need to mark, yes, and reinforce that behavior. Again, behaviors that are reinforced will be repeated. Now we're going to talk about the hidden fix. That is, we want to make the right behavior the one that's easiest and most reinforcing for your dog. That is, we want to make responding to cues more valuable than ignoring them. And the way that we do that is going to be that we're going to break it down into 3 components. The first is that we're going to reinforce in a timely manner. We want to mark, yes, and reinforce within 1 to 2 seconds. Delayed reinforcement can be confusing and sort of muddies up that good back and forth communication that we're trying to establish. 2 is value. We want to use high value reinforcers. Yes. Kibble is fine every once in a while. Your dog's food, when you're in a low distraction environment, might be enough that they want to work for it. But in many cases, we need to think a little bit more outside of the box. Commercial treats can be okay, but sometimes we want to use higher value items. Sometimes we need to lean into things like cheese or turkey or eggs, something that your dog considers, not us, that your learner, in this case your dog, considers high value. In other words, we want to match the value to the level of difficulty and distraction that's going on. And we want to make sure that we're consistent. So again, every time we mark, yes, we need to reinforce. We need to reinforce to build a long, strong reinforcement history and to make sure that we're consistently communicating so that your dog understands that that marker, yes, means something good is coming their way. 4 common mistakes that can impede your training are, first of all, using a lower value reinforcer for a harder or new behavior that you're trying to reinforce. Second is raising our criteria too quickly. For example, if I want my dog to be able to respond to a cue, first I need to teach it close and at a low distraction environment. Yes. If I all of a sudden take it on the road and I expect my dog to be able to respond to that cue in an environment that's much too difficult, we're not setting anybody up for success. And along those lines, only practicing in a high distraction environment can be setting everyone up to not be successful straight out of the gate. Because we want to start, yes, reinforcing and building that long, strong reinforcement history in an environment that makes it easy for your dog to be successful. And last, consistency is key, so that you want to make sure that when you're giving your cue, you're giving it the same way each time, and then you're marking, yes, and reinforcing, again, building that long, strong reinforcement history so that your dog is motivated to respond appropriately to the cue next time. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you need some help convincing your dog to listen better, I'll leave my link below for consults.